Yeah, baby. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Positive Pants. All right, I got a couple topics I want to run through. The main one is talking about Victor Wembanyama, as you can see in the title. But before we get into that, a couple other updates in the NBA. Just over the weekend, couple good games, a few that stood out. First and foremost, we had two games where it was a fight, allegedly, or a scuffle, whatever. The Warriors and the Hornets got into a scuffle at the end of the game. It was with Grant Williams, some other player from the Warriors. I forgot. It was a quick back and forth or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, Draymond Green got into it for some reason. Now, he was on the bench. Now, he didn't get into the physical part, but he got into it with an exchange of words with Grant Williams. And then at the press conference, he said, well, that tough guy act that Grant Williams is putting on, ain't that the reason why he got put up out of Dallas? That's the reason why they got him up out of Dallas? And I'm just like, dang, bro. Draymond really plays that role of the NBA villain. I can understand why niggas might not like him, if I'm being quite honest. Now, I like Draymond. Don't get me wrong. He Saginaw's finest, Michigan native, Michigan State graduate, star. So I like Draymond. And I came up with 1,000 excuses for all the stuff he did physically to other players' paws. Up until he started choking dudes and elbowing dudes. And I said, I ain't got nothing to say, man. He's just a rough player. But at the end of the day, it is kind of crazy because it does seem like they only allow that tough guy role to be played by so many people. Or it will get you put up out of a team. I don't know if it's true with Grant Williams, but if that's the case, Grant Williams, Dylan Brooks, Pat Bev. There's only so many people that allow be the bad guy in the NBA and then stay with a team, not get moved around. Other than that, you gonna get moved, shouty. Ask the Pat Bevs and like we said, Grant Williams in the Dylan Brooks of the world. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off the live chat in the comments. Speaking of the other fight, though, it was between the Heat and the Pelicans. Now, this one was Jimmy Butler, Thomas Bryant, Jose Alvarado, and Naheem Marshall. They all got ejected at the end of the game, but it was some with Jimmy Butler and I forgot the other dude, but I want to say it was Thomas Bryant. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but they went back and forth where they was basically like choking each other like real quick for a second. I think Jimmy Butler must have did something to my man's where he was trying to move him, and then he kind of got him in the neck, and then my man responded by kind of getting at Jimmy Butler at the neck. So then that obviously, you ain't about to choke a man or put your hand around a man. A real man, he ain't about to retaliate. So Jimmy Butler came back. They had they scuffle, boom, boom, boom. No real fist thrown or nothing like that. If I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn I saw somebody. It was a tall dude, a short dude, over by the table about to sub in. They fought. I think they started throwing fists. It was either this game or the other Golden State Warriors game. But I was like, man, where did that come from? So it was just some weird energy over the weekend. I was like, yo, it's two different games where they're allegedly fighting / scuffling. This is kind of crazy, but it happens. They allow it in other sports. They don't allow it in the NBA. I don't even want to go down that road. But let me know what you think about those fights so far. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. The only other game that I watched over the weekend, which was a very good game, Minnesota versus Milwaukee. Now, at the end of the game, they were in Minnesota. Milwaukee ended up winning, the Bucks. Dame and Giannis did their thing. I do want to talk about that. But it was a great game between both teams. This is what I want to say about Minnesota. When they first moved Rudy Gobert over to Minnesota while having Karl Anthony Towns, I said, what are they doing? This ain't gonna work out. They found a way for it to work out. Let me show you how. Let me tell you. First of all, Anthony Edwards is a dog. He one of them. Anthony Edwards is a dog. So they got him. Then they got Karl Anthony Towns, who is a big man, but he's flexible. He can shoot, bro. You can rely on him to shoot if you need him to, bro. Sometimes they maybe, you can catch him off guard, set the pick and roll, Anthony roll off of him, kick it back out to Karl Anthony Towns for the three. You see what I'm saying? Or y'all can feed it down low to Rudy Gobert. And they're doing that. They're doing exactly what you would think. So they got a dog and a point guard, Anthony Edwards. They got a big man in Rudy Gobert dominating the paint, if you want to call it dominating. And then you got a flexible big man in Karl Anthony Towns who can either go down low, pause, or go out for the shot. So it's working out great, man, and I love to see them play right now, man. Anthony Edwards has turned into a great show. But other than that, man, Dame and Giannis are pretty much the exact same thing. Now, they still have to work some bugs out. I think they're still in the sense of both of them trying to say, well, no, this is Giannis' team. Or, no, this is Dame's team. No, this is Giannis' team. I'm just trying to fit it in. No, I'm handing the team over to Dame. Giannis, I'm putting it on you, bro. This is your squad, bro. This is your squad, bro. And by that, when I say that, you're a franchise leader. You're supposed to be the dog of the squad. Meaning, you're only supposed to pass the ball when you feel like you need help. That's what a dog is. A dog, give me the ball. Y'all do what y'all do. Give me my space. I'm about to work this. And if I feel like I need help, or if I just so happen to see somebody open where it's going to be an easy, I'm going to dish it off to you. Other than that, a real dog, a real leader, taking over the squad, I'm dominating the ball every time. So I think that should be Giannis. I think we all know it because Giannis, you got the championship with Milwaukee when nobody thought it was going to happen. And they just added Dame. So Dame, yes, have that in your head. I think he does, but he's trying to transfer over to feeling like this is my team because Giannis want to put that on him. Giannis, you're not doing anybody a favor by telling Dame this is his team when we know it's not. It's yours. So once they figure that out, it's going to be magic, bro. It's going to be magic. I wouldn't be surprised they get one in another year or two, bro. Milwaukee, that's all I want to say about that. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. Is Victor Wembanyama an artificial human? I didn't say AI. I didn't say a robot. I said an artificial human. Maybe he's a human or made up of human parts, but there's something that's also made up with him. And I'm just throwing a weird theory out there, but recent game he played, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks. Still took the L against the Lakers. What a wonderful stat line in one game, bro. Mind you, this is his rookie season, man. His rookie season, bro. Victor Wembanyama is on the road to be a dominant force if he can continue this momentum in the NBA. Barring no injury. No major injury is what I will say. But he's playing fantastic. And I think he's showing up in games. I don't think he's missed too many games amongst all these other superstars. So, bro, and I think he has the most at risk with his body structure, if you ask me. The more he plays, I feel like he's at risk. Knock on wood. I hope not. But other than that, not Giannis. Victor Wembanyama's putting on the show, and I love it. But he's putting up freak numbers that we can't ignore. I'm talking about, like I said, 27, 10, 8, 5, and 5. I had to do a little bit of research. Who is this dude? Who is his parents? Where is he from? He's from Chesnay, France, which is west of Paris. His father is Felix Wembanyama, who's 6'5". His mother is Elodie de Fautereau. She's 6'3". His mom's 6'3". Did we expect somebody above 7 foot to come out of that? Absolutely not. But this is what we have. His mom, basketball coach. His father, 51 years old, born January 1973. He's Congolese and French, by the way. So anyway, he basically went to some of the finest schools, finest training facility. He was coming up. There were 25 different people helping him. I'm talking about athletic trainers, fitness people, nutritionists, a team of 25 people helping him develop his game, develop his body, take care of him. So he started going to these professional teams. And what do you have? I mean, the rest is history. Played for a few professional teams, got looked at overseas, and they found him, and next thing you know, he's here. Now, there's a few things that make me wonder, is he an artificial human? Now, these aren't nothing too crazy to jump at, but I just want to note. You hear the rumor about him saying he shuts everything down at 9:30 and goes to bed. He reads a book. According to the story I read, he reads a book. He loves reading books. He reads a book before bedtime, and then he goes to bed. They're saying that he does this every night. He ignores calls and everything. He shuts his phone down. 9:30, shut it down, go to bed. Who does that as a 20-year-old nowadays? Even though he said he's on social media and learned English through social media and some other channels. He's on the internet. He's a regular 20-year-old, but he has that much discipline. Then another thing is, back when he was in school, there was this exercise that his coach had his players come up with. He said, I want all of y'all players to describe yourself with a word, one word, but the word has to start with the same letter that starts with your first name. Victor Wembanyama obviously has V. He said, what do you choose, Victor? Well, you know how my name has a V in it, right? Well, I think that's Roman numeral 5. And with 5, I think that means I could play all 5 positions on the court. Coach was like, what? He was 16 years old when he said this. Who says stuff like that, bro? That is not what he asked you of this assignment. It's stuff like that. On top of that, let me see. Was there something else that I had? Every night he reads nonfiction. This is what he said. He said, quote, I could read nonfiction, but the way I read is mostly to not think about anything I just did during the day. Not thinking about anything I'm going to do in the morning. Just disconnect from the world. And so fantasy is really what helps me the most in doing that. I just get absorbed by a book and just fly in another dimension. Another dimension? Okay. One last thing. Now he's such a superstar. He's a big anticipated rookie, and he's starting to actually fill up to those shoes, which is very rare also. His new logo, which is going to be on his shoes, he debuted his shoes. It's an alien face. It's an alien face. He said he drew it. He said, I drew it. I actually drew it with the eyes bigger, but this is what it came out with. It's an alien face. You see him and LeBron exchange on Twitter? Alien and a crown king. Listen, I just want to point it out. That's up for us to have a discussion and to think about it. Is Victor Wembanyama an artificial human? Did they put him together? I don't know. How does your parents 6'5" and 6'3" come out with a baby that's 7'7" or 7'3" or whatever his height is? I don't know, but you let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. That was a lot about Victor Wembanyama, so we up all for this sport all together. Pause. UFL, real quick, United Football League. It's the combination of the USFL and the XFL together. There are two different conferences making up this league now, which starts March 30th, 2024. On the USFL side, Birmingham Stallions, which is their last champion. The Houston Roughnecks, Memphis Showboats, and my home team, which would be the Michigan Panthers, playing at Ford Field. In the XFL, you got the Arlington Renegades, who's actually their most recent champion also. DC Defenders, San Antonio Brahmas, and the St. Louis Battlehawks. So the Arlington Renegades and Birmingham Stallions play March 30th to kick off the season. I will be watching. Once again, I feel like they should have started this at the beginning of the summer, not the beginning of the spring. We still got playoff basketball in the tail end of March Madness happening. I don't know if y'all gonna necessarily get our attention. During that time where basketball is over and no football, that is a key moment for y'all right there. That's when it's only baseball and hockey. Other than that, I will watch it, but let me know what you think. Will you watch the UFL? Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. Oh, yeah, if you don't mind. So I was watching a couple games just not too long ago. One of them I just watched was Michigan State versus Ohio State. Couple things to note about this. I'm keeping track of these games and these teams now because we're getting closer to the NCAA March Madness tournament. With that being said, I don't want to just start watching as soon as the tournament starts. I want to watch now. But anything can happen on any given day. With that being said, Michigan State, how did you lose this game? Had to lead all game until the second half, late in the second half. And then Ohio State put their foot on the pedal and won, bro. Now, Ohio State has not won a road game in 17 games. This goes back to last season, 419 days. They just broke that streak. Now, it wasn't easy. It was literally a last-minute shot. At the last minute, Michigan State, forgot the guy's name. Not Booker. I forgot the other dude's name. Anyway, at the free throw line, and hit 1 for 2. 2 of them, you would have won the game. 1 of them tied the game. Gave Ohio State the rebound the ball. They went down, essentially hit a 3-pointer when Michigan State was supposed to foul. Hit a turnaround, buzzer beater 3-pointer, bro. Oh my God, embarrassing. Michigan State fans, I'm saying this right now. This ain't your year. Don't expect no greatness. Now, I know anything can happen on any given game, especially in college. But with that being said, I've seen Michigan State look a lot better in the regular season and do a lot better in the tournament. I just don't think this is happening. I've seen them look better and do worse in NCAA. So I just don't see this happening with that type of loss. And the losses I've seen this season, it ain't working. Michigan also just took an L to Purdue. Purdue is a very good squad, like number 2, 3 in the country right now. If not, at least top 4, 5 right now. But Michigan State Michigan getting slapped on too. They're only 3-10 in the Big Ten right now. I mean, they're just not looking good. 8-20 overall. Michigan State, you know, I love y'all both, man. But boom, this season, just throw it in the trash. Let's try it again next year. I hope Juwan Howard continues to stay their coach in Michigan, continues to improving it better. I support that. But if not, got to get him up out of there too. Tom Izzo. Is it time? Is it time? I don't know. Is it time for Izzo to get up? Is out of there. Just let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Other than that, the only updates to give you that I have is in regards to boxing. Couple fights. Jake Paul versus Ryan Berlin, which is March 2nd, this upcoming Saturday. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, March 8th. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, heavily anticipated fight, April 20th. That's 4/20/2024. Then Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, May 18th. Date scheduled after their postponement from their original date. But that's essentially it right there. That's all I have for sports. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what your anticipations are, with your who you got winning and those fights. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Before we go, thinking out loud real quick. I always wondered, when married people say marriage is hard, what are they saying exactly? Are they saying that maintaining your license and all the legal stuff and changing your name and, you know, all the other stuff, you know, planning the wedding and, you know, making sure you're organized after the wedding in the house, are they saying all that is hard? Or are they saying the relationship itself, maintaining it, sticking it through the thick and thin for years and decades, is that the hard part? I just want to break it down because me and my girlfriend, we get into it, but we also have the mentality of sticking it through whatever. Now, we're not technically married, no, and we have plans for that. But the point is, I think relationships are hard. In general, sticking it out with one person long term is hard. I don't care if it's a marriage, relationship, friendship, anything. It's going to have its battles. So what part of marriage is hard is actually hard? Is it the certificate and technical part? Or is it the relationship part, which is basically human nature? Duh, we know that. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments and call into the show, 313-466-4386. Stepping up out of here, do me a favor, kick it with KCMC on all social media at KIWKCMC. That's Kick It With KCMC on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all that. KIWKCMC. That's the abbreviations for Kick It With KCMC. And show some love to my sponsor, Team Elite. They on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313. And check out their premium urban casual streetwears, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece, jogger sets, varsity sets, hats, and more. It's all on the website, baby. TeamElite313.com. Ask your mom, baby. Boss up on them. Appreciate you for kicking with KC. If you got this far in the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert so you know when we going live. If you got a couple dollars, donate to the show so we can grow, but I ain't begging, though. Check out my singles, Juice and Hands and Knees. 2 different vibes on the hip-hop side featuring my dog, Techmatic. It's all with the links in the description below, so show some love. Make sure you check out Unk Talk also on creative content, media curation. Thank you again for kicking it. We up out of here. Later.